Hey, Parkway Fellowship.
I'm Adam Jungblut. This is my wife, Robin Jungblut. Welcome to your future new home for Parkway Fellowship, North Katy. We're literally standing right off of where our future worship center and kids ministry building is going to be. But what a lot of people don't know is that while Parkway Fellowship's original location is south of I-10, the vision of our church was birthed right here. Just minutes from this location. In the spring of 2014, we launched Parkway Fellowship's North Katy location. At first, we met in Katy Junior High.
We did, and then we moved to Hutzel Elementary.
And then Rains High School right next to Rhodes Stadium.
That's right.
And then God allowed us to move into our current facility. But we're out of space.
Yeah.
We've outgrown it, especially in our kids ministry. And now, God has given us the opportunity to continue His vision on Parkway Fellowship, to reach 10% of this community. And we're thrilled that you get to be on the journey with us. In the Old Testament, one of the sub-stories that goes on behind the scenes is God's plan of His people taking the land. God gives them land, and then they take it. God has given us this land, and I promise you, with the cost of land right now in our area and what we bought this for, it truly is a gift from God. And I believe that now is the time that we take the land, that we move into the land, that we build our buildings and make it ours. Because the growth in Katy is only growing. The next 4 schools that are opening in Katy Independent School District, the high school, a junior high, and 2 elementary schools, are all within 6 miles of this location. Earlier this year, Johnson Development purchased 1,100 acres 2 miles west of here and are building the next master plan community of over 2,800 homes within 2 miles of right here. Now is the time for us to take the land, and it couldn't be at a better time in the growth of the city, so that we will be here and ready and waiting with open arms to bring in everybody that is far from Him, to bring in the unchurched, to bring in those that need Him so that they can experience God's love.
So my name is Michelle Salinas Valdez, and I've been coming to Parkway since 2010.
And I am Irma Salinas, and I am Michelle's mom, and I've been coming here since 2011.
In 2010, my life was a little chaotic. I was raising 2 boys, a single mom, teenagers at the time. So it was a lot, working full-time, taking them to practices and games and school functions. I was part of several small groups with my mom, and we did meet some really awesome people through our small groups, and they, did help navigate some of those teenage worries that I had with my boys. So it was really good to have, church family around to help with that.
When I started coming and then started going to small groups, it was meeting the people, the care and the passion that they had and the teachings. I was learning so much at the time, and at the same time, yes, we both were learning so much from them, and to know Him at a different level was amazing to me, and it still is, because I'm still learning. And with her by my side, I've always felt that together we can do almost anything, and through Christ and this church, the church family.
So my name's Julian. I am a big sister to about 9 siblings, I think last time I checked. I am originally from Canada. I moved here about a couple months ago, probably about 5 or 6 months ago. November 13th, my mom passed away from COVID very suddenly. She went to the hospital November 7th, and she was in the hospital for a week and declined very quickly. So it was very sudden. And she left behind our family and my dad, and we were all very broken. A couple months afterwards, my dad met my now stepmom here in Texas, and after a couple of visits, we made the trip out here. My mom was my best friend, and going through losing someone like that, you lose yourself, and I kept telling myself, oh, I wasn't mad at God, it wasn't his fault, he did what he had to do, and I'm okay, really, things happen for a reason. And I wasn't okay. 2 months after, I tried taking my life, and it has been a very long road of ups and many, many downs. And it took so many tries to get to where I am now, of being able to be open and, talk to people about it,
Robin, as we stand under this canopy of oak trees, I can just look out. And while there's nothing here right now, I can easily picture kids running out of church and playing in this gorgeous open area, developing friendships of the people that they go to school with that are hopefully and prayerfully going to last a lifetime.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I think, 2 words come to me when we're on this property, and the first one is home, and the second one is community.
Yeah.
And I feel like God has called us into this incredible place that is growing so quickly that so many of us are desiring a place to come home.
Right.
And because of the love of Jesus, I see children who are going to fall in love with Jesus in this place, and they're going to get to have fellowships out here. That's an old word, but you know what I mean. They're going to get to come and just be with their families and grow in the love that Jesus has for them. I see students falling in love with Jesus in an authentic way, where they feel like this is a place where they have community, and this is a place where they can call home. So with all this expansion of growth, I imagine that this is a place that people will consider home, and they'll sit under these trees and just talk about everything that God has done, that God is doing, and what he's going to continue to do.
Amen.
In 2019, I went through probably the hardest season of my life with my kids, and it unfortunately led my son into, a path that I never thought he would go down, and it's landed him in a situation in a place where I never thought he'd be. And the support of not just my family, but my church family is what really got me through that season, and still going through it. During that time, the phone calls from Pastor Adam, from Pastor Terry, and the endless prayers, and that's what really got me through everything. I'm so excited for our permanent location. Just the growth of the church is awesome, reaching more people, and just having our own land now is just gonna be so awesome. I remember the days of the schools.
Yes. I want people to understand that, yes, we're going to a 14-acre land, but it's still going to be the same. It's going to be the family type, the friendship type, the learning. And that, to me, learning is a big thing, because don't want people to just go by on a daily basis and not know what scriptures, what God means to us, and what family means to us. We don't have to be blood family.
Yeah.
Now, make no mistake about it. This legacy campaign is about God's kingdom. It's about the expansion of God's kingdom here on earth and in the hearts of the people of this community. The lie is going to think that legacy is about leaving a building, is that it's just about leaving land or it's just about trees. It's not. It's not about the sticks and the bricks. It's about the hearts of those that Jesus Christ died on the cross for.
Yes.
It's a lie to think that this legacy campaign is about money. It's not about money. Is it going to take money? Yes. But it's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take being generous. It's going to take God's kingdom growing in our hearts. It's going to take sacrifice and generosity and prayer and fasting and love and our full devotion to God so that we can leave a legacy where the kids now, they come back home, raise their family here, and their kids are able to experience Parkway Fellowship. It's about God's kingdom here on earth, here in Katy, in the middle of the growth, so that His name would be glorified, so that we can continue to reach the lost at any cost and grow them to maturity.
The Julian that came here, that first came here to Katy, was guarded. She didn't want to let anyone in. She stayed up so many nights crying and self-harming and just feeling like, what now? You know, I don't see how this can get better. I don't know where to go from here. You know, I've left everything I've ever known for 17 years. And the Julian now is excited for the future, you know, and she's excited to share her story and, you know, to share the pain that she's felt. And the Julian now can honestly say that she's happy. And the Julian now has a much stronger relationship with God than I started out. What excites me about, like, you know, the growth and stuff is just, you know, the life that we're preparing for. You know, so many people come into here and, you know, we don't know their past. We don't know, you know, the hurt that they've gone through, you know, but we do know what we can offer them. And we do know the life and the joy that, you know, we can bring them. And, you know, knowing that personally and, you know, knowing, you know, that restoration of your soul, that feeling personally, you know, it's something that I cannot wait to share with another youth that's struggling, you know, to offer them that hope that's like, hey, you know, I know you feel like it's impossible right now. I know you feel like you keep going down this hole, but you're gonna get out.
You know, one of the things that we always like to say is the light that shines the farthest shines the brightest at home. This legacy campaign is about shining a light so bright in our hearts, in our lives, in our families, and in the next generation, that the light from Parkway Fellowship is able to impact the rest of the world. Would you continue to join us on this journey as we leave a legacy?